everyone, welcome to Ironman Radio, and I guess sort of Ironman video. Nice lid.
Well, you know, mate, I've got to be safe around you. You never know when you're going to headbutt me or something like that. So it was a great day down here today, and I'm just like protecting myself, you know.
Well, it's hard when you're as popular as you are and people are constantly mobbing you, and now with this new stash and everything, it's hard being you.
That's right, it's really hard being me, but especially I'm incognito now with the moustache.
Right, no one would recognize you, I'm sure.
I think you should.
Especially with the lid on.
Okay. I think you should man up and start one.
Yeah, right. You know, yours is really bad, and mine would be even badderer. Yeah. Like pitiful would be being kind to what would happen with me. 3:34, unbelievable. I was about to say Andreas Ray Alert, and it wasn't. It was Michael, Andreas's little brother, having, I would say, the race of his life, and one of the best 70.3 races of all time, I would say.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's just a stellar time, unbelievable time by Michael. Had a great swim. He hung in there on the bike, you know, and then got out and just ran a 69 run. When does anybody ever run under 70 minutes for a half marathon in a 70.3 race? Unbelievable. So, I mean, he thoroughly deserved this victory today, and it was just great to see him, you know, hang in there right till the very end. He was just he was running away from it the whole way, right up until the finish line. Unbelievable.
Yeah. And, you know, all we could think of when we saw him go through that turnaround, when we saw 33, 34 or whatever, and just, this is way too fast. But and it was great. I interviewed him afterwards, and he was talking about Greg Bennett and Matt Reed being the greatest ever. And, you know, he had hoped to be able to run with them, and I didn't want to explain to him. He just ran away from those guys.
Yeah, he ran away from those guys. Greg Bennett ran hard off the bike, and I think he suffered a little bit earlier than what he thought he was going to suffer. Matty Reed, young in there, he was the guy that really impressed me. I mean, he went out really hard too. He biked hard, but he ran really hard in the first part, and he was leading early on, but faded into third position. But I thought that he hung really, really tough, and that was one of the great performances of the day.
And Fontana in second. A little bit of a surprise, I guess.
Yeah, big surprise for me. I mean, he's done well at the 70.3 distance before in Europe, and also he actually trains out of Argentina. So, I mean, he races for Italy. I raced him quite a few years ago, like 10 years ago. So he's been around a long time. So Daniel did a good race today. I was really happy to see him do that, so it was fantastic.
Now, Julie Dibbins, I almost said your Dibbins, it's Julie Dibbins. You know, I can't imagine there's anyone who's not happy with her winning this race. You know, she's 2 years ago, 4-minute lead, couldn't hold on, and just this is her distance, and she just hadn't been able to put it together. But boy, did she ever do that in style today! Yeah,
she really did. That's been coming for 3 years, that result, and you know, today was the day that she actually, you know, rode her tail off that first part and really got out there, and that's where she got all of her time. And the first part of that bike ride was, you know, out in 3 minutes or something, and then 4 minutes coming in, and then she just she ran really well. It was really good to see her just put a solid performance together in 3 disciplines.
Well, and just how interesting I found this race. Went up to a 3-minute lead, went down to about a minute because she was slowed up by the men's pack when they sort of went by her, the men's group, and then that last 20 miles she opened up another 3 minutes on the women. So just flying through that leg course, and put her head down and just looked great all the way through that run.
Yeah, exactly, and she looked really good, you know, taking off. She was in fine form, had a really nice turnover going. Her efficiency was set very early on. She got on the downside of the causeway, looked fantastic, and then it wasn't until the late part of the second loop, it's either she knew that she was going to win or she was really starting to suffer. I'm not going to ask her that question because I've asked her before, you know, about her hanging in for the whole 13 miles, but today was just a stellar performance. And Mary Beth Ellis was great too. I mean, she had an injury most of the year with her, you know, a couple of her metatarsals in her foot. It was either a stress fracture or a hairline fracture or something like that, and came back to have a great race. And then Magali Tessier coming in third place by 6 seconds to Caroline Steppen. Yeah, sprint into the finish line. So that was fantastic.
Because she was moving up, but was not in that contention. And you didn't ask the question, I did. She did say that she suffered those last few miles, but You know, she was just so happy that it was over, you know, as late as it was, and still looked great. And interesting for Mary Beth Ellis, she really struggled today. I asked her today, you know, if it was almost a little more satisfying that, you know, last year everything had gone so well to get the second, and today she had to really work for it. But she definitely got that second place, that finish, and obviously totally deserved it. What are you going to take away from this race here today? What do you think, other than just unbelievable times and record performance and all that?
I'm taken away from this that Julie Divens was just unreal. Divens was unreal and had a great day. Something that she's been, you know, deserved for 3 years. And the men's race today, Michael Raylett obviously was the star of the day. Fantastic 69-minute run. And Aaron Sheedy's was my performance of the day. He went 4 hours and 12 minutes, I believe. He wanted to break 4:20, and he went 4:12. He only has 10% vision, and he went 4:12. Unreal.
Right, you know, the guy, anyone who thinks you're good looking obviously would only have limited vision. But that doesn't seem to...
It's only human.
That wouldn't seem to slow him down at all, or it didn't seem to slow him down. The thing I wanted to ask was, what happens if your guide can't keep up?
Well, that's what my question was to Matt Miller early in the week. I had asked him, you're going to be all right keeping up with that pace? And he goes, let's hope so. And they did great, yeah.
Clearwater did it again today. You know, the weather came through. It could not be better conditions out here, and you know, record-setting performances all the way through. You know, this truly, in just 4 years, has become much more, I don't know, obviously a world championship, but this is the big deal.
Yes, this is the big deal, and this world championship is becoming one of those fixtures in the year that everybody focuses on. This is right underneath the Ford Ironman World Championship, I believe. Races to win in the sport of triathlon now.
My last question for you. This didn't exist back when you were racing. How much would a World 70.3 Championship have meant for you in your career?
I think it would have meant a lot. But you know what? I'm happy to see that it's just come in at around about 4 years ago, and we keep on moving, you know, in forward progress, you know, with Ironman and Ironman 70.3 now. So that's fantastic, and you know what, as we get further down the road in triathlon, it's going to be the next best thing, and that'll happen one of these days, but I just can't see it getting much better than what it is now.
One last question for you. Are you surprised? I know, and then I just thought of something else that I really should have asked. But quickly, how the international component. We had Germany, Italy. Who knows where Matt Reed's from? Supposedly America. He's born in New Zealand. Didn't he grow up in Australia? On the women's side, you've got Great Britain. You've got a Canadian in third. You've got an American in second. You know, truly, truly international.
You would expect that at a World Championship, numbnuts. It's a World Championship.
Yeah, but I don't know if I don't know if you recall. It took how long was the Ironman in existence before some Australian became the first non-American to win the World Championship?
It's just because the Americans were so much better at the time. Numbnuts. Finish the show, will you?
All right, enough of that. A hugely international, fantastic day here in Clearwater. This is Greg Welch, who did a phenomenal job hosting our video show today. I was typing away up there. My name's Kevin Mackinnon, and thank you for hanging in there. You know, having to listen to this guy would be painful, I know at best. So, on behalf of Greg Welch, this is Kevin Mackinnon signing off from a fantastic day here at the Foster Grant Ironman World Championship 70.3. And yes, nice lid.
Rock on, brothers.